This is PB at Night, episode 32 for Tuesday, March 1st, 2011. A look inside Ubuntu. It's time for PB at Night, episode 32. Yes, that means it's Tuesday, March 1st. I'm not quite sure. We were talking about this earlier in the chat room that it could be the start to Mardi Gras. If it is, happy Mardi Gras, especially for you guys that celebrate that kind of stuff. I'm in school, so I can't. Anyway, guys, today we're going to be diving in further into our beginner's tutorials for Linux. We're going to be looking at the most popular Linux desktop, and that is Ubuntu. So stay tuned. PB at Night, episode 32 is next. Hey guys, Nick Jones here for pbcasttv.com, and this is PB at Night, episode 31. I know I said this at the point of the start of every video, because I've been editing all day. One note, if you guys were looking for last night's video, this is recorded on March 1st, 2011. If you're looking for last night's PB at Night, both of these episodes are hopefully going to be posted the same day. Because, Smoothie and Carlo are talking in the chat room, live.pbcasttv.com if you want to come join us. Anyhow, I upgraded to Linux Mint, or I guess I installed Linux Mint for testing purposes, because tonight we're going to be talking about continuing our Linux series tonight, like we're going to do for every Tuesday until we kind of, phase it out. But I had some problems with, I use OpenShot Video Editor, which I'm probably going to do a YouTube video on pretty soon because it's that awesome. And I was running the old version because I used, this is actually a great story because we're talking about Linux. I used the actual Synaptic Package Manager, which is a good way to get packages and install programs on Linux Mint. But the only problem is they hadn't upgraded, or, they didn't update their repository, or they haven't lately. They usually do that like 4 times a year or something. So it was probably right in the middle, from when they did do it and when they are going to do it next or something like that. So OpenShot did not work because it was on version 1.2.2, I think it was, and they're now on version 1.3.1. And so I got all frustrated last night, and it did not occur to me until this morning that I should uninstall the program and reinstall it via the PPA, which, if you're not familiar with that, it's where you just install it via the terminal. You sudo apt-get whatever the program is. We'll probably be talking about that later. And that gave me the latest version. It's working great. PB at Night has already been posted from last night, so if you want to head over to pbcasttv.com, we had Logan Cook on last night. Great show. Talked about the NBA. And one other thing, guys. I'm trying to set up blip.tv to put stuff over to YouTube, because that's the easiest way for us to go into iTunes, and that's the easiest way for us to make a video feed. So right now it's not on iTunes, but for most of the time now, you will be seeing a... Whoa, that's weird. Jeez. Went to the wrong site. Not site. Sure, whatever. Anyway, you will be seeing the blip.tv video embed. So if you're watching on our website, that's what you're going to get. Right now I have not set it up for YouTube, so I'm actually having to make 2 uploads, so all of the shows will be uploaded tonight. But other than that, guys, pretty much all that's happening right now at pbcasttv. I'm trying to set up some other people. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you might have seen I was tweeting some people today. I'm trying to get some people on the show. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started, because I know you guys are excited about this kind of stuff. So today we're going to be looking at Ubuntu, however you say it. It's really, it owns the market share in Linux desktops. It's, I don't actually know the number. I think it's well over 50%. I think it's like 60 or something of Linux desktops run on Ubuntu. And, rightfully so. I'm a really big Ubuntu fan, and I'm actually a pretty big Linux Mint fan ever since I started using that. But we'll save Linux Mint for whenever we decide to cover it here on PB at Night. But Linux Mint is actually based on Ubuntu, and there's a bunch of different distros that are based on Ubuntu. They just kind of put their own flair on it and things like that. So we're going to talk about today kind of the pros and some of the cons of using Ubuntu and why you should and why you shouldn't and everything like that. So essentially the first thing that we should probably do is head over to ubuntu.com. That is their website. So if we go, I kind of like this double box deal here. Might have to take off the lower third. But this is ubuntu.com. As you can see right there, they're now in Chinese. There's a ton of different languages. Really, Ubuntu has the best support for developers. They're backed by Canonical, which is a pretty big company in the UK, and they've got a ton of things that we're going to talk about. They've got a desktop edition, a netbook edition, which features it's able to run on lower end hardware, as well as it has customizations like you see there to allow you to use it on a smaller screen. And then you have your server edition, which of course does not come with, it doesn't look anything like you're seeing here. It's totally different. It's, what servers run off of, so you're just going to get like a terminal pretty much. That's it. So what do they say about Ubuntu? It's a super fast and great looking. Ubuntu is a secure, intuitive operating system that powers desktop servers, netbooks, and laptops. Ubuntu is free and always will be. Absolutely free. It's created by the best open source experts from all over the world. Ubuntu is available in 24 languages and is ready to be downloaded today. One of the great things about Ubuntu, as you can see right here, they have a great community, they have a great forum. They just introduced a new forum design, so it looks really nice, really slick, pretty cool. They've got a great wiki, and pretty much actually I'm just going to go ahead and say this now, one of my favorite websites to check out a bunch of Linux news, especially Ubuntu news, is omgubuntu.co.uk, and if you want to go in here, if you're getting started with Linux, they've got a good amount of tutorials, as well as some other things, so that's pretty cool. You may want to check that out. But anyway, back to Ubuntu. Really, we're going to talk about the desktop edition, but they also have some other initiatives that they go through. They have the cloud. They have let me think about this here. Each Ubuntu installation comes with 2 gigabytes of private cloud storage, which is pretty cool. So if you want to store some music or whatever, this also comes with their new Ubuntu One music store, which is pretty cool. It allows you to purchase music and manage your music on any device, or really any mobile device. They have an iOS app as well as an Android app, so you can use your different devices to listen to your cloud-based music. So, pretty cool. Yes, Carlo is saying in the chat room, web update. That's WEBUPD8. The number 8 is a great website for Linux news as well. I know Jordan from over at thisweekinlinux.com uses that for some of his news stories. Also, thisweekinlinux.com, another great place to check out. But anyway, like I said, they've got a couple different things. They've got cloud storage and stuff like that. So let's kind of jump into the user interface here. But yeah, Ubuntu ships with a GNOME desktop, but it's going to change when we have the new Unity interface. And I don't know if you guys can, I don't think you guys can actually see that. Bring this down a little bit. That should be good. Alright, so usually mine is customized a bit because of course I like to do that, and Linux is that's one of the cool things about Linux. You can make it look however you want. So you'll have this bar at the top, and then you'll have a bar that looks just like this on the bottom, which resembles, if you're familiar with Windows, which I'm sure most of you are, my opinion, it looks a lot like, it works a lot like Windows XP does, or did, and also Windows Vista did. It doesn't have like the stack things like Windows 7, but you could do that if you want. This is standard right here. You've got your, actually the panel is not exactly standard, but you have your indicator applets, so you can add more like I have. You know, you get your date standard and everything. Also up here in the top left corner, kind of resembles a Mac in my opinion, because the navigation is in the top left corner. You can go to applications, and it gives you a ton of options: accessories, games, graphics, internet, office, sound and video system, and Wine, which is a program that we may talk about later, that allows you to emulate Windows applications to make them work on Linux. So the cool thing about Ubuntu is it, and a lot of other, pretty much any other distro that works on GNOME, is it files all of your applications in these certain different categories, I guess. Also, you have your Places application, which just simply is where you can store stuff. You got your home folder, your desktop, your documents, your music, pictures, video, downloads, and then you have your mounted drives down here, as well as your network drives, and then a search, and some recent documents that you have open. Excuse me. And then finally, you have your System tab. You got Preferences. You got all this stuff. Pretty cool. I mean, you can just sit here and look at all the customization features. There's your Ubuntu One. Also, you got your administration. You can, it's got a disk utility built in. You can change your login screen, your password, your printing, everything like that. Pretty cool. Here's the help and support I was talking about. This will direct you straight to the forum about GNOME. You can see what version you're running on, which is, if this ever loads. Keep in mind, the speed is gonna, some of the speed is based on the, is based on your computer, or most of it, your speed is based on your computer, but some of it will be based on Ubuntu, so you may see a speed increase if you're coming from a couple different versions of Windows. This is actually running version 2.32.0, which is not the latest release of GNOME. The latest release will be coming out on Ubuntu 11.04. I may mention Ubuntu works in a 6-month release cycle, which means that a new version is released every 6 months. I think it's April, and is it April and September? Or something like that. It's once in the spring and once in the fall. That's how they work stuff out. So it's pretty cool. April and October. So that was pretty close. So the new one's coming up in April. That makes sense now. I'm stupid. So this is how it works if you've ever wondered how their numbering pattern. This is 10.10, so it was version 10, and it was released in October, which is the 10th month. And then the next one will be version 11, which will be released in April, which is the 4th month. So pretty cool. Like I said, this is 10.10. The next one will be 11.04, which will feature the new Unity interface. See, what else can we talk about? Ubuntu. It's got some pretty cool pre-installed applications. Most of these are pre-installed. I mean, a couple of them aren't. It's got a nice dictionary application. It comes with Firefox. One of the downsides to this, I said we were going to talk about some downsides, is does not come with Flash or Java. Although you can install them, but Java is pretty hard to install, I have to admit. It took me a while. Flash is pretty easy. You can just check the option in Firefox and get it to work in there. Like I said, it comes with Firefox, as do most Linux-based distros nowadays. Also, you can download Chromium, which is the open source version of Google Chrome, and seems as if Firefox is already running. But anyway, there you go, Firefox. Comes with XChat, which is right here. That's what I'm using to check out the chat here. Yeah, Carlo is mentioning there's a lot of open source alternatives. There's a lot of them to Java, but also you can get some for Flash as well. One of the cool things about Ubuntu is they have this nice software center that really is kind of like the Mac App Store per se. It was before the Mac App Store, so you can't get them for copying Mac or Apple, but it's like a downplayed version of the Mac App Store, sort of, if it will open. Like I said, I am doing some other things in the background here, so yeah, here we go. What it does, it allows you to browse a bunch of different applications. You can go into here, sound and video, find some cool applications. They have a rating system, a comment system, all this different stuff, so that's pretty cool. Another cool thing is that they've just started doing not too long ago is they have a where is it? They have a couple paid applications in here. Like, I know most of them are free, like 98% of them are free, but they've just started introducing paid applications. So let's go down here. What is that thing called? The one that's paid application, Radical Breeze, Illumination, that's it. Yep, so here you go. Here's a cool application that is run by one of the creators of Jupiter Broadcasting. As you can see, $40 for this application. It allows you to build applications for multiple OSs, including all different kinds. Like you can build like on web applications. You can build desktop, mobile, anything you want. So it's pretty cool. The Ubuntu Software Center, and one of the great things about Ubuntu, you can see all your installed hardware, software, and then you can come in here, and it's kind of a nice graphical way to manage all the software that you have installed on your computer. So I guess this pretty much does it for this episode of PB at Night. As always, you can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/pbcasttv. Let me bring that up because I like to show it off sometimes. Can't talk. And then also youtube.com/pbcasttv is where all of our videos will eventually go up. As you can see, best way to check us out is twitter.com/pbcasttv to see when we are going live, and maybe when we're doing a special show or something like that. Pretty cool. Also, make sure to check out pbcasttv.com and our Windows. I know we're talking about Linux, but we do have this, and maybe Jacob will make it for the GNOME. What do they call those? Desktop widgets or something. Anyway, you can download our PBcast TV Windows streaming gadget now that Jacob's been working on for the past couple days. So yeah, guess that pretty much does it. You can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/thatnickjones. Like I said, make sure to check out the live chat room, live.pbcasttv.com. So, until next time, guys, I'm Nick Jones. So, wait, hold on. I didn't do the right thing. Overall, Ubuntu, I'm a big fan of Ubuntu. You can try it out. Of course, almost all Linux distros are free. So, yeah, Fluendo, yeah, you're right. Carlos pointing out, Fluendo is another paid application, so I think there's 6 or 8 paid applications, not quite sure now. They tend to add some every once in a while, so you can check that out if you run Ubuntu. So anyway, guys, until next time, I'm Nick Jones, and we'll catch you later. Peace.